Hello guys. Here we have Lenovo IdeaPad 110. It's not turning on at all. Okay, as you can see, it's not turning on at all. It's almost brand new. Let's see. Let's do a code scanning. But anyway, before I even continue, let's check our checklist. Step number 1, you check your charger, of which in my case I was using a DC power supply and it doesn't lie. Step number 2, do a physical inspection. Let's go ahead, let's do physical inspection. Let's do it together under the microscope. Okay, there's nothing wrong, there's nothing suspicious anyway. So let's go back to our checklist. Now they're saying check your 19 volts. Let's go back, let's check our 19 volts. How do you check your 19 volts? It's simply let's connect our charger from here and then let's connect the ground probe to ground. Okay, this is ground. After that, take a multimeter, turn it into a range of 20 volts. Okay, let's go ahead. After that, you turn on the power supply. Power supply is on and it's up, it's running. Let's start from the charging jack. What do? You connect one probe to a screw hole. How do you do it? It's simple. That's how you do it, guys. You connect one probe to a screw hole, and then let's go back. Okay, let's do the same thing. One probe to a screw hole. Let's start from the charger. We have 19 volts, 19.6. Let's go back to a first MOSFET. We have 19, and let's go to a second MOSFET. We have 19. Wait. We have 19. Let's go to the output of the second MOSFET. 19. Let's go to a current sensor. We have 19. Let's use those big capacitors again to check for 19 volts. Let's try any big capacitor. Okay, there, yes, we do have 19 volts. This means our 19 volts is working. As you can see, our 19 volts, it's perfect. Let's go back to our checklist. What's next? Now check your 3.3 volts and 5 volts. Now let's check the 3.3 volts and 5 volts. How do you check for 3.3 volts? We can use the BIOS chip on pin number 8 on the BIOS chip. You touch the 8th pin. We have 0 volts. I know you are confused, don't worry. This is the BIOS chip. This is how you do it. You see a dot on the BIOS chip, and then on top of the dot is the opposite pin, of which is pin number 8. It's even written there 8 on top of the dots. Dot just means pin number 1, and then opposite the dot is pin number 8, the last pin. You check there for 3.3 volts. Okay, if not 3.3 volts, you should be getting 1.8 volts, and said you are getting 0. Okay, now let's check our 3.3 volts direct from here. Okay, we're getting 0. What about here? Even here we're getting 0 on the 5 volts. But what I can show you, these two, they do receive the 19 volts, but they don't generate the 3.3 volts. Okay, let's test. Let's see if the board is getting hot. But it's not getting hot because I think it's taking power from the board. Okay, something is wrong here, guys. Let's turn off the power supply. Let's remove the thing. Let's check for shorts again on the 3.3. Do the same thing when you are measuring the shorts. Okay, you can go on the BIOS chip again on pin number 8 and check for shorts. As you can see, there's no shorts. Let's go on 3.3 volts. No shorts. Even here, there's no shorts. Check the capacitors near. No shorts. Let's check here. No shorts. Check here. We have a shorts here. This is bad. We have a short. This is more like a CPU power supply. Let's check the CPU direct. This is bad. The CPU is shorted. I was checking those capacitors on top of the CPU. As you can see, you are getting a value of 00. It's straight to ground. Straight to ground on both sides of the capacitor. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad news. CPU is shorted. Oh shit, fuck. Let's have a look under the microscope together. This is the CPU. This is the capacitors on top of the CPU. Shorted straight to ground. Shorted straight to ground. Oh shit, this is bad. This is very bad. This is bad news. Guys. Oh shit. Bad. Oh shit. Oh damn. CPU is shorted here, guys. This is very bad. Nothing I can do, but I'm happy that you learned something. Keep on learning. You will become a master soon.